All right, look. Um, let me put my hoodie, or not my hoodie on. I got my QZ on. Quarter zips and sweatpants is the new wave, the new vibe. It's how the kids, what I'm saying, speak about motion. I'm really up, and I'm really stuck. Look, and don't worry, video is coming because it's out of hand at this point. The hate with cooking with Kaya is actually pretty doggone outrageous, gang. The way they hate that young girl, and I need to find that old clip of me saying this. What feels like 2 years ago now, but my original take of Cooking with Kaya is the new Kevin Samuels, because Cooking with Kaya is the new Kevin Samuels. And I'm actually so surprised at how she is the new Kevin Samuels. The way that people are talking about that young girl is, and making up lies about her as well, is the most insane conversation, to the point where, like, black women are clearly avoiding, like, common sense and logic in order to get some, like, hate take off about her. I saw that one tweet that was like, yeah, look at this dumb bitch getting a side hustle. She's got a new side hustle. And it was her braiding hair. And I thought to myself off rip when I saw it, because I'm a black man who's dealt with black women in my lifetime. I thought to myself, is this a side hustle? Or is this just a black woman doing black, like another black woman's hair? Like most black women, well, and I'm going to say most because them the black women I deal with, but like most black women do. How is that? How is this? What is so? How is this side hustling? And I would think that other black women would be ready to be like, all right, we taking this too far, or just like not even comment on it at all. But they're really sitting here eating this up from an account that's based in Canada. Yeah, this dummy bitch. She's actually broke as hell. Wait, what are y'all doing? What is actually going on right now in the Cooking with Kaya discourse? What is all this hate? It's actually super duper strange the levels of hate that Cooking with Kaya is receiving because she cooks. Because she cooks. I actually thought she could lean heavier into some of the nastiness of the conversation. But no, she cooks. That's it. That's it, my brothers and sisters. All she does is cook. Period, point blank. Nothing more and nothing less. But the way that people talk about her, you would think that she having sex with niggas. You would think that Cooking with Kai was having sex with niggas, and there was a sign up sheet, and she was gonna come to their house, sign up, have sex with their man, and cook food at the same time. That's what you would think was going on. It's actually pretty. It's pretty insane and pretty embarrassing, um, as to how people are like reacting about this situation as a whole. It really, really is. It really, really is. She's divided households all by making Stouffer brand hamburger helper. I'm just so amazed. I'm just so amazed. Omar's so amazed. Nas, how you doing this morning, man?
I'm chilling, gang. Shorty gotta sell that little shit, man. She bullshit.
Okay. 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 All right.
I'm fucking around. I did see some shit though that said like shit did kind of slow down for her, like as far as like engagement and all that good shit. Um, and like she's just not as active in the space. I think her stint at Streamer University kind of like jaded her a little bit. It seemed like she had a tough time, and ever since then, it's kind of been like I'm kind of cool off this being in front of a camera shit.
If I'm not mistaken, her sister also died, and
And
she's and
that
she's
makes
taking She's taking care of his her nephew.
That makes perfect sense. Uh, but yeah, bro, I don't know. They've been hating on the lady because she's selling sex and food at the same time. But like, sex appeal just comes with damn near being a woman in America. So like, I don't know, bro. Bitches be tripping.
If I was actually single, I dead might have to ask any woman that I'm courting or dating if they have any like strong opinions about cooking with Kaya.
Like a
I
fitness test and shit.
Because I think that that's like a easy way to see like is there a level of insecurity um that you have about this person.
Yeah, because that's where it stands from. Honestly, like it's either Shorty can't cook or her ass don't do that when she twerk. Like it's one or the other.
And I think that that's okay. I truly think that that's okay. Little booties matter. One, right? No, maybe yes.
No, proportional booties matter. Those are the only booties that matter. All the rest of the booties, mm, adjustments should happen.
Yeah, that's hate from Nas. That's hate from Nas.
I'm not. I'm just.
Oh, so you can't be big with a little
I
booty?
go to the gym, do something. No, proportional is what I said. So that's in reference to hips, waist, thighs. Right? Stay locked in. Stay locked in, gang.
If you find yourself dealing with a woman who, I'm talking about seriously, even jokingly, I would probably have some questions. But if you find yourself messing with a woman who seriously has problems with cooking with Kaya in 2025, you gotta leave. You gotta leave. Like no questions, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You actually have to leave that relationship. You actually have to leave that relationship. I would be afraid for my life. Um, I really wouldn't even want to deal with it, gang. I'm being so serious. I'm being so serious. I also want to. There's a lot of things I want to address. I don't have too much time for real, for real. What's it called? I do want to address this Kenyon Martin Draymond beef. We'll go deeper into it on the podcast. Look, there's a level of insecurity with these older players that I really, really, really can't get behind. And you know, Draymond was right. Is it people? It's gonna get lost in the sauce. People are gonna think it's just this one incident, but in reality, it's not. It's not. There have been multiple instances where people just feel like, oh, I'm comfortable with talking down on Draymond Green. Like they just feel that way. Oh, I'm comfortable with talking down on Draymond Green. It don't matter about what I say or how I say it. They always give him slick shots and quick jabs and stuff like that. And it's extremely weird. Like extremely weird. Um and so I'm glad that Draymond has actually had enough, right? I'm glad that Draymond Green has had enough in these situations. Cuz he is, for what it's worth, been a punching bag for the longest of time. But in the same instance, they'll respect players who were yesteryear's Draymond Green. They would never say these things about yesteryear's Draymond Green. So I really don't even get it, to be quite honest with you. I hate it actually. And I want to go through that list.
I just think it's nasty how incompetent of an arguer Kenyon Martin is. Like, I don't understand how you watch what Draymond Green said and come back and say any of the things that Kenyon Martin said. Kenyon Martin, the very first point that he made in his video was, "Oh, you said I was born and raised in Saginaw, Michigan." Actually, I was born in Saginaw, Michigan, and I was raised in Oak Cliff, Texas. I'm cut from a different cloth. Draymond said that the nigga was born in Saginaw and raised somewhere else. At that point, I just turned the fucking video off. Like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, then fucking 20 minutes later, I see that stupid ass list. Man, that shit had Reggie Evans on it, dude. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, and I said this. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Like, there's a lot of players on that list who might have been better scorers or whatever than Draymond, but I would much rather have them on my team or Draymond on my team than a lot of these dudes.
Nah, at least half of that list, Draymond's better than. At least.
Like out truly outside of the super duper stars, a lot of those guys are role players.
Niggas gonna be mad at me. I might take Draymond over LaMarcus Aldridge. Too.
I don't know.
Why would niggas be mad at you?
Cause LaMarcus Aldridge, he was a bucket. So they're gonna be like, what would he be? Like all of
Um,
the other things that happen in basketball, LaMarcus Aldridge was mediocre at.
I was about to say, and even as a quote unquote bucket, mm, um, I don't know, buddy.
I know what I saw, nigga.
Sub,
Weird
sub,
debate, Dan. Get away from me.
sub 20, low pace, bad
What? He's
hoops.
so 20. What are you talking about?
His
Uh,
averages.
When
yeah.
LaMarcus Aldridge was no one option, he was averaging over 20 points a game. What are you talking about?
Was it 22?
You just said sub 20, sir.
Yeah,
Please
sub 20
don't,
is
please don't
around
be an
20. No,
asshole, bro.
is sub 20 not around 20, or is that
Sub
less
means
than?
under. What the fuck?
Oh, I've been, hey,
Oh my,
I've
this
been
is why you
using.
be telling these little niggas.
If I've been using the word wrong, I've been using the
I
word wrong.
understand now. I understand it now.
If I've been using the word wrong, I've been using it wrong. That's cool.
I
I can take
understand it.
all the
Sub does me under cardiac.
bears.
But for what it's worth, I think that I'm not like a LaMarcus Aldridge, and that's what I didn't. Oh, I'm not updating my app. That's crazy. What's it called? But I do think that that's a part of the conversation. That concept of like uh uh heavy post score, um can't really pass out the post either, type of dude. That's not something that I'm excited about having on my basketball team.
Fact.
If you're not, unless you're Dirk Nowitzki or something like that, like that's just not something I'm interested in having on my basketball team.
Love Terry Stotts offense. I kill for Terry Stotts offense.
Especially in a situation where like I can get generational defense. And somebody's asking me that in my comments. They're like, "Who would you rather have? Who would you rather have, X player or Y player?" And I'm like, "Well, I need to know more about the specific players." He gives just the raw career stats of Kenyon Martin and Draymond Green, and I'm like, "Okay, this is what this is. This is fairs."
I hate when
Um,
niggas use career stats, period. But carry on.
yeah, no, it's a stupid metric, but gives the career stats, and then I said, well, because their career stats are like super duper close too. I said, well, what's the defense looking like? Then he gives me stocks, and I'm like, see, I mean, I know what you're trying to do, but this is just bad. This is bad arguments.
You can throw stocks in there, like within the rest of what you're talking about defensively. But like don't just leave it to stocks, nigga. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
Niggas
I
also be dumb though. Like some people just don't acclimate to or haven't acclimated to like
Advanced ball talk.
yeah.
That's
To be
right.
honest,
I don't think that make you dumb either. Like,
yeah, it doesn't
yeah,
because some people do it like to retain what they think is like the purity of the game.
also shit. The game was about a bucket type of.
Yeah, shout out the barbershop.
Oh god. Nah, I'm gonna keep it being with you. Anybody on this app that think that Draymond Green is a worse basketball player than Kenyon Martin is a fucking idiot. I'm gonna just be so real with you, bro.
This nigga
You're dumb as fuck. You need to go retrain yourself in how to think about life. Not even just basketball, life, nigga.
life.
Vertical merchant Kenyon Martin, by the way.
That is it, and that is all. I see motherfucker. Was it like Jacob the something? One of them verified pages that just became
Oh
money.
my god, I hate. Ooh,
This
bruh.
nigga
Ooh.
posted the fucking highlights from Kenyon Martin in the 01 finals or 02 finals against the Lakers.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, well, are you talking about the Spurs one? I thought you were talking about the Spurs
Nah, it
one.
was the Lakers joint.
Oh, I didn't see the Lakers
Which
one.
one did he go 3 for 30 in?
That was the Spurs one.
Ew.
Fair.
I didn't even know that happened. That's very unfortunate. Um, yeah, that was like, it was cool. It was good. It looked like a good game, but like he didn't pop off the screen to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not like somebody where I'm like, oh shit, damn, look at the amazing things that he's doing on the court.
No, well, I mean, with all due respect, he's like a. I don't. I was being a little facetious when I said it, but he was a lob threat. He was a lob threat, and playing with,
Nigga, John
uh,
Collins in this league,
Fucking
nigga.
Jason Kidd.
yeah, playing with the best passing point guard at the time. Not even. I actually need to say passing. Playing with the best point guard at the time, a guard who was pass first, and then like cardiac said, Jason Kidd, who for people that don't know, is second all time in assists. Yeah, I mean it's not crazy to think, especially
And
because
let's
the
hold on,
style
let's
play
be
they
clear.
love.
Real assists, not this bullshit assist that y'all be watching now, nigga. Like real assists, like when I pass you the ball, you can only take 2 steps and score, nigga.
And for what it's worth, real assist like with a double meaning because he didn't play with like a dominant post scorer like a Carl Malone to like dump the ball into. So he legitimately
Also
was
shit, also shit.
getting these people open for real.
Creating space while also being a
Yeah,
non-spacer.
he didn't get
Yeah.
to play with a nigga who could actually score the basketball until 2011.
Actually, my bad. A non-scorer. Fuck spacer. Even in his
Facts, yeah,
prime,
like so that's
it was
that's
like
the other
14.
thing, bro. This nigga Kenyon talking about some damn in my second year, I led a finals team in scoring. Nigga, you averaged 14.
He said
Oh God, he said that in that clip or in that video, bro. In that 23-minute ass video. The nigga averaged 14, bro. Then you go look at the rest of the team. You know what the second leading scorer averaged? 14,
what?
13.
nigga. You know what the third leading scorer averaged?
9, 8.
14, nigga.
Oh really? Oh okay.
Everybody, all them niggas average 14, bro. Like, the fuck, you thought you was doing something special? That is
and
ridiculous,
and,
bro.
that, and that's how I know when niggas pick and choose how nerdy and the stat talk they want to get, specifically the former players, because they'll know when they lead a team by point one points per game. They'll know when they the oh shit niggas call me a passer, but I led my team in assists. Nigga averages 4.3 assists. His point guard average 3.8 assists. I'm like, yeah, brother, you picking and choosing when the ride dick. Come on.
Well, don't we all pick and choose when to ride it?
Sometimes you just, it's just deserved. So you got to do it.
Sometimes you have to ride it.
Depends on who you ask.
No consent,
Well,
huh?
This is crazy.
yeah, the Nets team's horrible.
It was cool. I ain't
Super
gonna say they was
ass.
horrible. They was alright.
Yeah, super
Could have
ass.
played a different way and been fine. Like modern era, they could have ran. What's my man name?
Kittles?
Nah, Kittles was fine.
Oh, RJ.
Van Horn. They could have ran Van Horn at the 4, Kenyon Martin at the 5, and got some shit off.
Yeah, no one was doing that till the Mavs
That's what I'm saying.
a couple
They
years
wasn't
ago.
ready for that, but they could have though. They could
Yeah,
have started Rick I said Rick. That's crazy. They could have started Richard Jefferson. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah.
Got a little extra space, a little extra movement, got some shit off. But
And I wonder, I know Gil and Josiah, I know they commented to the clip the other day. I wish they would have went down the list. And maybe they did. But um I do want to go down the list of players who he said was better. Let me let y'all know. Oh, that was an 18th ranked offense. First ranked defense. And that's where first ranked defense though. So I mean that makes it a little bit better. Um yeah. So they were just a mid pack offense. I want to go through the list though. Um
And this is players better than Draymond,
Yeah.
apparently,
yeah,
allegedly.
yeah, yeah. The little list that he put out.
Well, let's be
Uh
clear. Let's be clear for the audience. Players better than Draymond and Kenyon Martin.
oh, is that what he said?
No, no, no. That's what I'm saying because Draymond is better than Kenyon Martin.
Hold
So
on.
if they're better than Draymond, they are also better than Kenyon Martin.
Facts.
All right, Giannis. Some of these I'm not going to harp on.
Yeah,
I'm just going to
like
get them out the
clear,
way.
obvious.
Yeah, if I say if I say something and I skip it, just stop me. So Giannis, Anthony Davis, Dirk, Charles Barkley, Kevin Durant, Tim Duncan, Dennis Rodman is the first name that comes to me. That's
Kevin
not
Durant.
like Kevin Garnett.
I
Oh,
think you get lost because of the insane rebounding. I totally understand. And like one on one post defense, Dennis was very good at that. It's the
Yeah, I
other
think
shit that comes into play for me, like where like
Rodman ain't in these talks. So sorry to tell you.
well, I'll say this: Rodman's better than Kenyon Martin. But I don't think
I'm
Rob.
not worried about this light skinned nigga. We talking about
Do you
Draymond
do you
Green.
think he's better than Draymond?
No,
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I agree. Nas, do you think he's better than Draymond?
fuck no. I
Okay.
can just see why one could be tricked.
Yeah. Karl Malone is the next name, which I'm not gonna stay on. Now I am gonna say Chris Webber.
no.
Nah, I'm I don't know. I'm taking Chris Webber over Draymond Green. I'll see.
I my entrance into like NBA talk and spaces at a higher level outside the barbershop was through being a Chris Webber stan.
Oh,
However,
shit.
upon like further looking into it, this nigga was kind of like he wasn't a black hole pre Sacramento, but damn close.
Wait, why we give a fuck about pre Sacramento Chris Webber hoops?
Because it's like half of his healthy years. So I mean, if it's just Sac, it's I mean that's
I'm about to
5 years.
I thought he was comparing just best versions of niggas, bro.
Okay, we could even just talk about Peak. I mean,
Let
Peak.
me do let me
I still
do
Big C Webb was him, nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you.
all of Chris Webber in Sacramento, 24, 1.5 blocks. So 2 blocks, 2 steals, 5 assists, 11 boards, 3 turnovers.
You rounding out heavy, ain't it?
What you mean? No. I just round.
I'm
48% from the field and then 22 from the three. Not really relevant.
he taking like closer to a three a game, but
and
um,
technically he could shoot them bitches. He just chose not to.
yeah,
All years but that last year, he has a top 10 MVP finish, by the way.
yeah, and he peaks at top five because he's like All NBA first team one of the years. However, and I'm double checking my memory,
That one.
double check.
I'll say this: if I'm team building, I still wouldn't want a Chris Webber to be quite honest with you. But if I'm just talking about in a vacuum, which player is better than which player, and also like I don't have the rest of the team. I don't have that at my disposal. We're just going for player. Yeah, I'm fine with saying Chris Webber is better.
Webber not a cool little number two. What's the shit?
I guess.
I mean, but I guess Draymond's a number two too.
I'm about to say the problem is we never saw C Webb as that. Instead, we saw him as a number one who was like a 35% mid range shooter who constantly shot long twos. So
Also shit.
Is that true? Oh my god.
it's not as bad as 35, but it's like upper 30s, like real talk. And he's taking like five deep twos a game.
Wait, so how do we get to? I don't know. Fuck it. All right.
Let me
But
see.
This is just players better, right? This is just better. Do we think they're actually better than Draymond, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it and again, it's two ways you could take it. So if you want to answer it quick, you answer it quick. If you're building a team and you know you can put other pieces around, or if this is supposed to be your number one, like this is your guy and you don't know what else is coming behind it.
Hey, fuck
I,
what I was talking.
mm, I
I'm
just feel like
sorry.
it's two different conversations entirely.
Would you say Nas before I go to the next thing?
Yeah, my bad. Uh, fuck what I was talking about, nigga. I'm taking that one.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this true shooting, nigga. Nigga already lost a defense battle. This true shooting is ugly, nigga. See,
I'm not gonna lie though, it's like this list of players, and I know Omar's just going through them. I'm not about to harp on names, but there are a lot of players who are just better than Draymond at basketball. But in terms of again, there's two like I said, it's two conversations to be had. You want to talk about better? Yeah, probably 150 out of those 200 names are actually better than Draymond. It's not. Tim Thomas is better than Draymond. That's not crazy to say. But do you want to have Tim Thomas's career compared to Draymond's? Fuck
How
no.
many? How many you think would have been more successful in Draymond's position?
That's a different question.
I wouldn't
I
want
know
him
it's
on
a
my
different question.
team.
I was just asking the question. Like,
I wouldn't want
How
him on.
many do you think would be as
Nah, it's
successful?
52.
Probably 12.
that would probably be the most apples to apples
yeah, that's
comparison, I
Nah,
that's just
guess.
nasty, Curtis.
nah. I don't think he was
52
talking
is
about the 50.
prime.
I don't
Yeah,
think he was talking about
that's
the
true
52. I
shooting,
think he's talking about
nasty.
the 40. It's a
Yeah,
couple years. This
the
nigga,
sub 50s, bro. Like this shit is like I'm cool, bro.
nah, that nigga has small
You
guard
you woke me
efficiency.
up just now with that long two shit. I'm like, wait, if that's that and that's that, how the fuck did we get to this? So yeah, that's sick, gang.
Yes.
That's sick as fuck. I don't give a fuck. It was the dead ball era, nigga. That's nasty,
No, he's
Oh,
he's shooting like efficient, inefficient small guard numbers, like for real, for real.
literally.
Let me keep going. We got Amari. We got Chris Bosh. Um, which I wouldn't. I'm not gonna bat the eye at either of these two. To be quite honest with you,
Yeah, I'm
this
comfortable.
is this is where we start to have like real conversations.
Oh shit.
Rasheed Wallace.
Yo.
There
Them
is
old
not a
niggas gotta leave
conversation.
that she shit in the past, gang.
What?
They gotta leave it in the past, bro. That
It's hard
nigga,
to compare because Draymond played with a top 10 player who fit him perfectly his whole career. So it's like,
This is not
huh?
this is not hard to compare.
What
What
the
is
hell are you
wrong with
talking
y'all?
about?
I'm saying like to say who like better because a lot of these niggas is better
Nigga,
than
Rasheed
Draymond.
Wallace is clearly better than
That's what I'm
Draymond.
saying. He better than Draymond, but
I don't know that one.
You don't think Rasheed Wallace is a better basketball player than Draymond?
When we say better basketball player, what do that mean, though?
We mean roll the ball on the court. Who's the better player? Man, all right,
I seen I
I get
seen
it.
I seen
I get
Dre.
it.
I seen Dre.
We gotta evaluate strengths and weaknesses, gang. That's all
I
I'm
seen
saying.
I seen roll ball out. Nuts on the table time. Dre put up what is that, a 30 point triple double in game 7? I don't know, bro.
Close to it, close
That's
to it.
absolutely fine, and that'll be an argument to use for why Draymond's better than a nigga like Dennis Rodman. But in terms of
that's what I'm saying. But he had Steph when he did that, so it's like,
even without Steph,
Oh, he
Draymond's better
didn't.
than
Not
Dennis
that
Rodman.
game. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm crying.
but Steph still Steph though. You still
Hey, that
that's
that game? No, he did not. He did not have Steph Curry
I'm
on
about
him.
to say it was literally the Draymond show that game 7. I don't know what niggas is talking
Brother
about.
Dray,
Okay.
Draymond literally almost saved.
That was Steph
Dray,
Curry. That was
yeah,
Wardell
yeah.
on the court.
Without Steph and Clay, Draymond is still a better
Steph
basketball
being
player
out
than
there is
Dennis
better
Rodman.
than having Damon Stoudemire out there.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Draymond probably would have. Never mind.
Do you think if Rasheed Wallace had Stephen Curry, he would put up more numbers?
No,
So what are
absolutely.
we talking about? I
I
mean, he
don't
got
know.
more
That's
help than Damon Stoudemire. Nigga, what?
Like if you replace
you
Sheik
know what I'm
or you replace
saying.
Draymond with Sheik type shit.
Steph is way better than Damon Stoudemire. Even Steph just being out there is more gravity than Stoudemire pulling.
Who do you
Like
think averages more playing with Steph? Rasheed Wallace or Draymond Green?
she probably.
Sheik,
What are we
easy.
talking about?
You know, we're talking about the rest of basketball, Damo.
We're talking about what?
The rest of basketball. Yes, we
No, we're
understand.
not. We shouldn't be talking about the rest
I
of
know
basketball.
she scores
It
the
should be
basketball
super
better than
simple.
Draymond. Like most of the niggas on this list score the basketball better than Draymond. Like I'm comfortable with saying that.
Damn, even she.
It's the
What the
rest.
And
fuck?
you
It's
know
the
What
what?
the
rest
And
of
fuck
I
it.
is this?
agree.
She did cardiac. She is worse. She is worse than Chris Webber.
Yo, these forward efficiencies are fucking crazy.
And here
Nah,
He
this
is
that's
nerd
way.
ass
fact.
nigga go with the
She is
efficiency
actually
shit.
way. She is way worse than Chris Webber, by the way.
Well, actually, hold on. I'll give Sheed some grace. He's taking threes. She's taking threes.
Also, shit.
If niggas
So
about to
it's
use efficiency to say why Draymond is actually better than X name
No, no,
on the
no. That's
list,
not.
Yeah,
That's
he's
not.
we
That's
definitely not
not.
we
better than
just
C
Nobody.
Webb.
Nobody.
this
That's
shit
not.
is
That's not what
funny.
niggas is saying.
This shit
I'm
is
just asking. This is the
hilarious.
second time in a row niggas done brought up true shooting,
No,
effective
it's because
efficiency
it's
rating.
just because we're going back to like look to see, okay, what do we actually remember versus what was actually there. Now
Cause
we're
I'm
not
taking
using the
on that
efficiency
list.
to
I'm
say
taking
who's better or
everybody,
worse.
everybody until like
It is funny though.
Horace Grant, except for Drew Gooden over Draymond
I'm about to
on that
say, in
list.
terms of the names on this list, it don't start getting egregious until
I might take Horace Grant over Draymond.
I
I
ain't gonna
don't know,
lie.
but
And some of these names is
Niggas
jumbled
crazy.
up. So, like when I get to Sean Kemp, I'm like, all right, nigga, what are we doing?
But the,
That's what
the
you
the
talking
thing
about?
I hate about the better versus like greater conversation is that sometimes
I'm
when
taking
people
Sean Kemp over Draymond too.
some people try to
Taking
divide
I get what you're
DC.
people,
saying.
they
Sean Kemp is
turn
better than
But Sean
the
Kemp is
Draymond,
not better than Draymond.
they turn the roll the ball out shit into like either a
especially if
offense
you're talking
song.
about some roll the ball out shit.
Can
Sean
niggas
Kemp
hear
Nigga,
is.
me?
yeah, roll the ball out. Nigga still
They
gotta play
don't fuck with you,
defense with that
Carter.
ball being
I can
rolled
hear
out.
you.
Nigga,
Yeah.
what?
They said you're a
Sean
little
Kemp
ass nigga.
was one of the best defenders.
They said get your weight up, little nigga.
Nigga,
That's what I'm
was he?
saying.
Get your baritone up,
Yeah,
little nigga.
you think that was all Gary Payton?
Do some push
Is
ups,
he
little
not
nigga.
defense?
No, I thought it was all Gary Payton and whatever role
Eat some spinach, little
playing big
nigga.
man they had to protect him.
These
They had to be
niggas have no
physical.
1v1.
That was Sean Kemp.
Nigga, Sean Kemp has never been in the
I'm
conversation of
not talking
defense
about.
ever. What?
Yes, he has.
Niggas has never talked about Sean Kemp's defense. What are we doing?
I don't know, man. Damo 35. He might have known what was happening at the time.
I'm
No, fuck,
36.
Yeah.
fuck me being 35. Do you niggas know about Sean Kemp's defense? I'm asking Omar,
Just baited that nigga
Nas,
to
I ain't
say
never
anything.
I ain't never heard
Cardiac.
nobody talk about Sean Kemp defense, but that don't mean that it didn't that there wasn't things happening there.
I've
I ain't
seen
never
film
heard
of
it.
Sean Kemp. The narrator never brought up his fucking defense. I don't know what we doing right now.
Morgan Freeman never brought it up. That shit.
Like going back and
Especially
watching
guarding
finals,
Draymond.
going back and
Like,
watching the fight, which I've done because I had to see Gary Payton go up against Jordan to push narratives. So I've watched them niggas play. I've watched Sean Kemp play basketball. I'm not saying he's a cone,
Right.
but his defense is nothing to, at least from my perspective, his defense ain't nothing to talk about. Like, what are we doing?
Like it's just some cool shit. I feel you.
That nigga was an athletic freak who was on that rim for real, for real. You can bring up rebounding, I think. I don't know his rebound numbers off the top of my head, but I would assume he was a pretty good rebounder for his time. But defender?
he was a decent rebounder, but he was a good. I'm not saying like he was the best defender, but he was a good defender.
Gary Payton's never talked about his defense. I doubt everything you're saying.
I mean, they don't bring up every part of people's game though.
Wait, but
Like,
is this
Gary
in
Payton,
conversation with Draymond though? Like, what are we doing?
and then you got and you're talking about guarding Draymond too. Like,
No, it's more so
I
just
don't think that
again,
nigga can guard
it's a I
Draymond.
feel like if we actually evaluating players, it's just their balance, right? Like the weight of each thing, how much each thing matters, how good you are at each thing, and going from there, right? So it's like if Sean Kemp is X,
but next to Curry, I'm taking Draymond for sure.
Hey Nas, can I ask you a question?
sub dude.
Who's a
And
better
Draymond played with Curry his whole career. That's what I'm saying.
who's a better defender? Sean Kemp or Rudy Gobert?
Rudy, that's like obvious.
That's like obvious. And I've like obviously watched Draymond cook Rudy. So I again I don't know what we're bringing up.
That's a
Not
different matchup though.
that's
Sean Kemp ain't no 7'2" nigga. Like don't got bad feet.
what? But that 7'2" nigga with bad feet is a better defender.
Why was this nigga averaging so many turnovers?
Rudy
Yeah, better rim
Gobert doesn't have
protector, a lot better rim
Nah, nigga,
protector.
you ain't said
flaws.
that at first. I said who's the better defender, and I asked Nas.
And why
You
was he
said Rudy
fouling
Gobert.
niggas so much? What the fuck?
We talking about guarding Draymond.
I said
This
who's
was
the better
averaging 4
defender.
fouls a game. What the fuck?
I just
I
said
would
who's the better defender. That was the question.
To
Not
be
who
Rudy
fair,
guards
oh,
Gobert is
Draymond
a
Nas
better.
better
defense.
Rudy
Who
Gobert
does
is a better defender, but 1-on-1 against Draymond, I would take Sean Kemp.
this is crazy,
One
bro.
on one against you. What the fuck?
I'm
Niggas
just
think
saying
Rudy
Is that
Gobert
a
is
real
better than
thing?
like feet mechanics.
Sean Kemp's name is the first name where I'm like, But even after Sean Kemp, I would still take like a Larry. I was about to say Larry Johnson. Lamarcus Aldridge, Blake Griffin.
Dang, can I get through the list? Oh my gosh, niggas love to just blow loads. God, it's comers. Um, Give me Pau Gasol over or Draymond over Pau Gasol.
Nah, I'm not going. I'm not going with you.
I haven't seen Prime Pal. I'll be honest. So
Powell's a demon. I'm not going.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Would you
That's
take
crazy.
Also, really,
Dray?
Powell's really a five if we being for real. But
If you had a draft pick, right, and
And it
Draymond
is
and Pau
probably true.
Gasol was on the board, this your first pick. You taking Draymond before
I
Pau?
don't think Draymond would take Draymond over Powell. Gang, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Uh, to answer his question, I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
No, that's crazy.
See, but
That's insane.
that's why I think that there's two different ways to have this conversation. Because if you're talking about if we all get a pick, and we're this sounds like an all time draft in this
I
situation,
like both of them.
but Powell or Draymond have to go 1 and 2. If you go Powell 1, if you go Draymond, if I go Draymond 1, you go Powell 2. I feel like I can still craft a team that's gonna maximize what Draymond Green does. But nonetheless, I'm fine with like
It would
you.
depend on how the rest of the draft go, but
No, it doesn't. I promise you, no, it doesn't.
Yes, it does, bro.
yes, it does. Because
Yes, it does.
what if the people are not
Nigga,
available?
what? I
That'd be the
think it
thing.
also depends on the time period too, because like I think in today's league, we can even though Draymond obviously isn't the same player he used to be, let's also be real. Like he still has a very similar skill set. He's just not as confident in scoring anymore. Teams are very adapt to like non-scorers like Draymond. Like
Oh,
he
hello.
can't get away with being as impactful as he used to be.
Like, who do you think you would be able to even get
What?
in a second round where Draymond is your first pick? You know what I'm saying? Like, how would you get somebody to draft around Draymond
I
if the
think I
first?
think your thought process is like, oh, if you don't, and stop me if I'm wrong. If I don't pair Draymond with Steph, I don't maximize Draymond.
No, I'm saying if you compare Draymond with somebody to maximize Draymond, but if Draymond is your first, is the best player available that you can get, right? Who else is you gonna get to maximize with Draymond that's even good enough for your second
You will
pick?
find players that fit the archetype of how the
I know,
Warriors
but the
ran their
players would
offense.
be weak though.
Damn,
You
he
just
didn't even let you finish.
my
Damn.
bad. Go ahead, my bad.
I'm saying you would just find players that fit the archetype. If we're talking about eras, it'll be I mean, honestly, it's easy to build a team around Draymond in any era, in my opinion.
I agree.
But it's way easier the more recent we get because you
What?
have more players that fit the Curry archetype.
What?
Why is that crazy? Why is what Damo was saying crazy?
Because
The nigga is a elite all time
Draymond.
level defender. Brewski is not that hard to build around a nigga.
You
No,
don't think he
I'm
could be
not.
maximized playing next to Reggie Miller in the '90s?
Ray Allen.
I'm not.
But
I'm not
but
even
I'm saying
denying
though,
that.
what a Reggie
Any of
if
them
Draymond is
catching
your
shoot
first
ass
pick, would a
niggas, bro.
Reggie
He would
Miller
be cool.
would a nigga as good as Reggie Miller even be available
In
if
an
Yes,
Draymond?
bro.
all-time
And
draft?
NBA history is deep. This is why.
Would
This is why
Reggie Miller be available in
what
round three?
is a crazy
Of course
If
he
you
conversation.
taking it out the era though,
What?
So if you
like
want to, so you want to talk about today's era
Nigga, we
only?
talking
You want
about
to
two
just go with
niggas
today's
that
I'm
era?
talking
played at
about
two different
Draymond's
levels.
era, like
Pau
whoever
Gasol,
like
Pau
in his
Gasol and
And
career, like
Draymond would
Washington.
still be on the board
Pau
after all these
Gasol
niggas
and
are taken.
Pau Gasol and
Are we
Draymond
not
played in two
gonna?
different eras. Are we
No,
agreed?
I'm saying, and
listen to the scenario so I can just make it easier for y'all because y'all are making this much harder than it needs to
No,
be. I think
We're
Nas
say
not.
and
him. Like,
no, no,
don't.
no, yeah, not
Don't.
yeah. Nas and Damo understand. Mustard and are making this like way harder than it needs to be. So this is an all time draft. There's no way you could get Pau Gasol and Draymond in a situation if it's not an
Yeah,
all
that's why
time
I'm
draft.
confused. Yeah.
There's no
I
way
guess
that you
so.
could do that. So it's an all-time draft. Draymond and Powell have to be 1 or 2. That's the criteria for the situation because that's what they're asking.
All
You
right,
take Draymond. I take Draymond first. I take with my number one overall pick because I have to pick between Draymond or Powell. I'm taking Draymond Green. Cool.
but in the all-time draft compared to the other all-time teams, your team would be weak if you know what I'm saying? Don't you think?
Yeah.
Why?
Wait. Hold up. So Omar, are you saying you already have your team, or you're starting off with Draymond
Yo,
as your first
first
pick?
pick is Draymond. Second pick is Powell. Third pick is Michael Jordan and LeBron
Okay, then see,
James.
you see what I'm saying? Like that doesn't even make any sense. What kind of scenario is
Yeah,
that?
Cardi.
The
That
que-
shit
the
Like
is
I don't.
like
listen
what kind of
listen
stupid shit
listen
is
to
that?
listen to what's next. The conversation that I was having is yeah. If even if I take Draymond Green first, I feel confident that I can build a much better team than the person that takes Pau Gasol first. That's the conversation. Not saying
Okay.
that I could build a better
No,
team. Hold on. Not saying I can build a better team than the person that has MJ first or LeBron first. I believe with Draymond Green, I could build a better team.
bro, but your team is not hinging on Draymond. That's what I'm saying. There's so many other niggas. This is an all-time
Mustard
draft.
Mustard can't play hypotheticals, and it's just
No,
All
it's
right.
a
always so
bad
hard.
hypothetical. It's a
So
bad
who? So let
hypothetical.
me. So who would you pair? Let's just say you had to pick Paul Gasol. Who would you pair? Like what archetype would you pair with Paul Gasol?
Who
I,
cares? We're not vouching for Pau Gasol.
I'm
yeah, I
not
don't.
saying that.
I don't even
I don't.
understand that question. That
I
doesn't
don't
make any
care. Yeah,
sense.
I really don't care. I
Because I was
don't.
gonna
That
say
doesn't even matter here.
And
I'm
and
just
Who
and
would
I tell
you
you what.
put? Who would you
because
put to put
I
around
feel
Pau
like the
Gasol?
Steph Curry archetype would be way harder to find because Steph
You
Curry
hold
is
on,
just
hold on,
that
hold
good
on.
of a
And I'm glad
shooter.
you said that. You okay? So let's play for shits and gigs because we have a bunch of slow people on stage that can't comprehend nothing. We're gonna go between
Friendly fire.
2015. We're gonna go from
Two.
2015 to 2025. The 10-year window, right there, right? All right, cool.
Mm,
In that 10-year window, you don't think you can find a guard who's predicated on scoring from the perimeter with your second pick if you pick Draymond first.
I do, but
So then what are
not
we
to the level
talking
of
about?
Steph.
Okay, we
Not.
understand.
They don't have to
Nobody.
they don't have to be Steph. They just
I
have to
get
play
that,
that role so
Yeah, he
Draymond
did.
can be
But
maximized.
but I never
let's
seen
hold on.
I ain't
Draymond
gonna
without
hold you
someone
though.
as good as Steph.
Let's
Is
be
my
Jordan
let's
point.
Poole.
be clear.
Oh,
Let's
wait. Here we
Jordan
go. Let's end
Poole.
all that. Let's end all that.
Holy
You've seen him play
shit.
with Jordan Poole and work. There you go.
They
let's
worked?
It
let's
worked. They
be
was like they record was horrible.
They
let's
worked?
let's be clear, right? If nothing
In
else,
non-Steph minutes, did Jordan Poole not cook playing with Draymond because he played the same
In the
role as Steph?
non-Steph minutes,
They're
Draymond was
playing
not on
against
the court with Jordan Poole.
and
What are
they're
you
playing
That's
talking
against
not
bench
about?
true.
players.
Okay.
I promise you, we can't. We just
We
yeah.
just can't have this conversation with niggas, bro.
I'm not saying you can't have
Now
the
they can't have
conversation.
the
I'm saying the
conversation with you.
conversation.
Let me ask
I'm
R
saying
and
who better
Mustard.
than Draymond is hard because I
Let
haven't
me
seen
ask
him
R
in
and
a
Mustard.
Nigga
in
said
a
worked.
different
What
role his
what
whole
worked with
career.
them two niggas on the court?
Do you all think that there are more in terms of like superstars, all stars, etc.? Do you think that there are more players in NBA history who work best off the ball or with the ball in their hand?
I just don't think there's many players that play
And he
with an
can't
all
answer the
time
question.
with a top 10 player their whole career. So you haven't seen them in a
That's
separate
fine.
role.
That's
So
fine.
it's
That's
hard to
fine.
compare
why
what's better
why
than
why
Draymond
do
or
you
not.
not have?
Can you
Wait,
compare
hold on,
Magic
real
Johnson
quick,
to other?
caveat.
Can you compare Magic Johnson to other players?
All I know is if we
Yeah.
doing an all-time draft
Magic Johnson played 80% of his
if we do an
career with
all-time
Torrey
draft,
McGrow's
Draymond
Yeah, but he
system.
Green
played
just
20% of his career not
God.
with the, you know what I'm saying? Draymond has
And
played
so did Jay.
100% of his career with Steph.
I bring to the table 2021.
you mean they both played together that year.
I mean 2020. Excuse me. 2020.
They both played together that year too. What are you talking about?
No, they didn't because Steph was
Yes,
injured.
2022 they didn't play together?
Steph was
He
injured.
said he was talking about
He didn't say
2020.
22. He talking about 2020 and 2021, bro.
How
Okay.
many of them games? How many games did he play? That they was trash. That's what I'm
Man, he's
saying.
talking about the year
2020, I
where
think that
Steph
was the
didn't
year he
play.
broke his
Y'all
hand.
know what he's
Yeah.
trying to
Where he broke his
say.
Y'all
hand.
niggas is
That's what I'm
being
saying. It was
super deep in this
trash.
The
subject.
team, okay, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, the team
His
was
point was
trash,
he didn't play
but
100% of his
was
career.
Draymond
Draymond is a
still not?
complimentary role player,
Did
bro.
Draymond still
It's all
not look like
good.
Draymond?
A lot of these niggas,
Draymond's a complimentary
Did
player.
Dray?
That's
a
Yes or
lot
okay.
of
no?
these
Did
niggas
Draymond look like
are.
Draymond?
Absolutely not.
Okay,
A
No.
lot of
well,
these
hey,
niggas are, gang.
agree to
Oh
disagree.
wow.
There you go. I just
That was Draymond. That was just who he is,
We could
yo.
also see 2016 first couple rounds till Steph get back. Like we've seen examples of like Draymond still operating without Steph and Curry
I'm be
on
honest.
the
Them
scene.
little series where Draymond was knocking down jumpers, all that shit. I ain't gonna hold you. That was a fake little year. That was a fake little year, and everybody know
So
it. Like
now
let's
it's a
keep it real,
fake
bro.
year
Let's be real, bro.
instead
So
of
why
taking
can't he
it
So if
come
we
back to
close
going
a
to?
off that
handful
sample
of
So
size,
why
then I'm
si- why
taking
so why
a
since
lot. That's why I say
2016
I'm
has he
taking
not been able
a
to come
lot of
close
these
to
players
replicating
over
that
Draymond.
cardiac?
If we going off that sample size, but other than that, I ain't
Then he
seen
had like
Draymond
some
without Steph.
surgeries or something.
That's not even enough of a sample size, dog. That's not even enough of a sample size.
That's
I'm just saying.
that's the only sample
Okay.
size where
Like
I
we got we
It's the
got we
question.
got.
I wanna move past this because y'all are like super bogging down the conversation. If you can't like play hypothetical or even entertain conversation or like I even want you to make up a situation Like I would even prefer that. But just like sitting in this is just so silly. Damo was trying to get to the fact of like, yo, you might be able to pick up a Dame Lillard in the second round. You might be able to pick up a Dame Lillard in the second round if you're doing a draft. You might be able to pick up some of these guys like that. You can't see Draymond playing with somebody like that. If we go all time, maybe he will work with a Kevin Johnson, or like he said, a Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, some of these guys. But you couldn't even see that. If you can't like do anything like that, what are we just let's just not talk. Let's not talk. Let's talk about something else. I'd rather talk about something else. If that's the way we're gonna continue down this conversation. Damo, what was you gonna say before I go on to the next name?
I was just gonna say I was about to graciously bow out of the conversation because my head started to hurt while I'm smoking my blunt. Um, if you think if we did a draft based off the players of the last 10 years, Omar hit the nail right on the head. If you don't think if I picked if for the exercise we did Draymond and Pau Gasol 1 and 2, that by the next round, Dame, Harden, Trey Young, those are the first three I could think of. Kyrie, any scoring guard we've seen the last 10 years who scores on the perimeter. You don't think you could put that person next to Draymond and Draymond can still function at his role and still be impactful? We can agree to
I didn't
disagree.
say I didn't. No, I'm saying
Hold on.
I agree. He
Stop,
can
stop.
function.
Y'all niggas love to wait to talk. Practice listening. I will agree to disagree and throw my hat in the ring and say, I'm good talking about this. Because niggas are being monkeys right now.
I would just say I think someone like Kawhi Leonard would fit with Paul Gasol better. I think I could build a better team with like a one of them second tier players with Paul Gasol, like a Harden better than I could build with Draymond with a Lillard or something.
You think
So
Hold on. Let's stick right there. You think Harden would be better used with Pau Gasol than Draymond Green? You think
yeah,
you'll get the most out of Harden playing with Pau Gasol versus Draymond Green? Yes or no?
yeah.
And that's where I feel you're wrong. That's where I agree to disagree.
Um,
Wait. Let me. I want to be clear because and maybe I just heard this wrong. You think that Kawhi would fit better with Powell over fitting better with like Draymond? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying the people that I think I could get with my next pick would be a better team with Paul Gasol than the people I think I could get with my next pick than
Just
I
stick to the
could with
person you said.
Draymond.
You said Kawhi. Just stick to Kawhi.
Yeah, but then I thought Kawhi might get taken first. But yeah, Kawhi.
And you think that Kawhi being on the team with Pau Gasol is better than a team that can be built with Draymond.
Yeah,
Simply due to the fact that it's Draymond. So then let me ask you this: do you think that the Warriors would have been better with Pau Gasol over Draymond?
no,
Can I ask why?
because Curry would have been my first pick, and then I would have got
No.
Draymond.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the drafting because I see that that's where confusion is. Just a general question: do you think that Pau Gasol would have made the Warriors better than Draymond?
No,
Why?
I think Curry and Draymond fit together perfectly
Why?
because Curry make up for everything Draymond lacked, and vice versa.
I think his point though is more so
You don't
because I
agree with
kind
his
of
And
point. You don't agree
I
with his point. You're about to change his point, Mustard.
no
n-
no I
no,
wasn't
my point is I
I'm
think
not
they work perfectly together, and I really haven't seen Draymond outside of that role. So
Okay,
the only way I can
that's fine.
compare
Let's stay
that,
there.
Okay,
Let's stay
so
there.
the only
let
way
me
I
just
can
ask
think
this
I can
question. Let
compare
me
that
just
is
ask this
who you think
question
would
real
be
quick.
more successful in that role in that time
Let me
period.
Okay,
ask this question because you didn't say this same shit like 8 times. You
Draymond just
you
fits
have not
Draymond
seen, bro. I know
compliments,
you hear me, Mustard. You
bro. Go
haven't
ahead,
seen
bro.
this nigga in a different role with a different player. Can you fucking project? Are you capable of that?
Yeah, but you asking who's better?
okay, that's fine. Can I just again? I'm staying where we're at because taking this conversation elsewhere, we're
Yeah,
gonna get weird. Listen, I just want you to understand how contradictory you are to yourself in this
Why you
conversation.
say that? Go ahead.
Draymond Green fits perfectly with Steph Curry because they both complement each other's weaknesses, correct?
Yeah.
Why the hell would Draymond not complement James Harden's weaknesses? Because I would assume majority of Harden's weaknesses are the same with Curry's.
I feel like James Harden ain't got the same off ball ability as Steph Curry.
How can you
I feel
say that when James Harden has played with a plethora, a slew of on ball players and repeatedly played a point guard role? That is something you've
was it to
seen
the
him do.
level was it level was him and his team
That's
to the
that
same
sound that's bad.
level of success as Draymond with Curry though?
We're
You
not talking, dog. They won 4 championships. You that
Because
that's
because
where
of
you're. Hold
no
on. Let me interject. That's where your issue is in this
what
conversation. Nobody's saying that we're getting to 4 championships, 5 appearances in what is that, 5 years or 6 years or whatever the case may be. Nobody is saying that. Why? Because that's hard to do, gang. That's just that one. But the concept of like this still being a good slash great team is all we're trying to get at. I don't think that if I put Dame Lillard, they win 4 championships. But I do know that that would still be a really good offense. I do know that.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying these people on this list I would pick before them in a drive to make a better team with my first pick being whoever on the list.
But again, if the person in question is Pau Gasol and Draymond Green, if those are the
And I
two
believe
players,
I could make a better team with Paul
hold on.
Gasol.
Let's get away from the team thing because you keep switching shit up with. I want to stay with the list of players that you said, and let's just go from there. Because once we start expanding to other shit, you use that as a gateway to change the conversation or change what's going on. So let's not do that. Again, I asked you, we've had Kawhi Leonard, Curry, and James Harden. You said Pau Gasol fits better with Kawhi Leonard and James Harden, but not Curry. I asked you, or what Omar asks is, why does Draymond fit better with Curry than Pau Gasol? You say he complements the weaknesses of Steph Curry, and Steph Curry covers up his weaknesses. Cool. Why would that same train of thought not apply for James Harden? What is the difference from maximizing the duo of Harden and Draymond compared to Harden and Gasol? How does Pau Gasol work better with Harden but not Curry? That's what I want you to
Be-
explain to me.
But that's an easy
because
answer. You got this, bro.
Paul
You
Gasol can create his
You
own
got
shot
this. It's
and
crazy.
he's a better passer. So
gosh.
I wouldn't
Pau Gasol's a better passer than Draymond.
I wouldn't need Steph Curry's gravity as much with Paul Gasol than I do with Draymond, which is my it's just my belief.
You think a prime
It,
did prime James Harden and prime Steph not have the same gravity?
I don't think so. No.
But see, this doesn't matter right now, bro. I think you can explain it like this. Pau Gasol as a player compared to Draymond, right? Obviously, we know that individual talent favors Powell. But even in this convo with Harden and Draymond, Harden is not using Draymond as a player the way that Steph is. Like they're just not. Harden as a player doesn't play the way Steph does. Harden is a heavy pick and roll player, which obviously that favors Pau Gasol. Powell can do the pop in the middle, mid range. He can roll to the rim, even though he's not like the greatest roller, but he's gonna roll better than Draymond does. He can even give you the short roll passing Draymond does. He can give you some of that passing ability that
That's not
Draymond
true.
has.
That's just
He
not
He
can
true.
that's
give
not
you the
true.
short roll
Let's say that.
passing that Draymond does.
No. These things that he's saying is very true, and that's fine. Mustard, my counter to that would be how Draymond would be able to set up Harden in terms of Harden being on ball. The things Draymond can do for Harden in terms of screen setting, because Draymond is
Hmm.
one of the better screen setters in the league. And you just said Harden is a heavy pick and roll or pop. Let's not forget the pop.
Yeah,
Draymond will
yeah.
shoot the ball if he's open. Draymond is not
1 year, 1 year of that. But go ahead, go ahead.
there's not 1 year of that. He is consecutive.
Of Draymond shooting.
He's consistently shot the ball to a clip or to a volume that makes teams have to respect it at a point. at a
What?
yes. What?
Draymond?
How does that? How does it work for the
But
Warriors
I
then?
would prefer Paul
Draymond was
Gasol in a
never
pick and
guarded
roll
out there. He
offense.
was never guarded out there.
I
That
would
is
prefer
not
Paul
true.
Gasol in a pick and roll offense than Draymond.
Wait. Let me ask this. Let me ask this.
And
Wait,
then you can
wait, wait, wait,
also
wait, 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 wait. Let me ask
my
this.
bad. Go
Let
ahead.
me ask this. Because I think that this is maybe people missed over this and we kind of glossed over this. Is Draymond Green not one of the best passers in the short roll in NBA history?
Yeah,
Is
he
he not
Easily.
is.
one? Is he not one of the
He's
best playmakers?
probably
Easily.
Yeah, he
the
is.
unless
Cardiac.
I'm
That's where I
tripping.
was going with next. Is he not like in
Oh no, no,
conversation
no,
for?
Omar. I didn't mean it like that. What I'm
I
saying,
don't
I
think
said Powell can
Wait, not you,
approximate
Mustard.
and
Let
still.
him because you say
Man,
you
stop
agree.
talking for him,
You
man.
go
agree.
ahead.
You
Damn,
agree. You
shut
agree.
up.
Let him also get in there. Do you
God
agree,
damn.
or
But
that
y'all double
Draymond
teaming this
is?
nigga, bro. Y'all double
No,
Man,
we're
teaming
not.
shut
him.
No,
up.
listen.
It's
Go on
No,
mute.
I
You.
Let
agree.
niggas
his
Draymond is
talk.
a
point.
But
great
you feel sorry
short
for the
roll
nigga?
passer,
What
but I
the
also
fuck?
think Draymond is a great off ball screener. Draymond is he cuts well off Steph Curry sucking the defense all the way over to a different side. A
Wait,
lot
wait,
of
wait.
that
But
stuff.
listen. Don't. I don't want you to just fill the conversation with. I want you to answer these questions.
What's your
Do you
question?
do you think that Draymond is one of the best, like in conversation for the best playmaker in the short roll?
Yeah,
Okay. Now, with that being said, do you not remember the offenses that the Rockets ran during that time?
I do.
So I'm trying to figure out in what world do you think somebody who's also one of the best screen setters in NBA history as well, right? Whether it
Right.
be on ball or off ball,
Moving.
would not complement that system better than Pau Gasol, who, for what it's worth, still demands post touches.
No,
Um,
Oh God, y'all gotta
What?
let me get in here, bro.
No, you no mustard. No, he's a grown man. He should be able to defend these points.
I just
What's the
don't believe. No, because I think Paul Gasol is a better finisher. He's just as good of a passer in the short roll.
no, no, no?
He can
So you think
create
so?
for
Wait, 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 wait,
himself.
wait. Pause.
So the
Pause,
offense wouldn't
pause,
have.
pause,
Go
pause,
ahead. Go
pause,
ahead.
pause, pause. I said that there's conversation for Draymond, and probably really not even conversation. Draymond is the best short roll passer slash playmaker, decision maker in NBA history. Full stop. I don't get okay. Unless you're talking about LeBron James coming off the short roll, it's Draymond Green. You're saying Pau Gasol is just as good. You believe Pau Gasol is also the best playmaker, decision maker, passer in the short roll in NBA history?
No,
Nigga number
So
two,
then you
but
can't say it's the same.
number five, number 10. Nigga.
it's a high enough
I think
level.
other than LeBron, it might be
It,
actually be
for
Draymond.
It's
what else
literally
Paul
better than
Gasol
10.
bring,
That's
it's a
what
high
it is.
Or I
enough
guess
level.
Giannis too.
So
I'm not
what's
mad at
the
the
other
Giannis pool.
thing is specifically in an offense with James Harden that Pau Gasol does so well that you are saying that he's supposed to do this? Because what I will give you is he is a better post scorer than Draymond Green. But you decided to say Harden. When are we talking about Harden in that 2010s era and
He the
post
one that
scoring?
brought up the short rolling stuff. I that's
No, no,
him
no.
talking
I'm
for me.
asking you in the
What?
offense with James Harden. You get James Harden next after you get Pau Gasol. When are you utilizing Pau Gasol to maximize those strengths? One of Pau Gasol's strengths is post scoring. You would agree with that.
Yeah.
Pau Gasol's not doing that with James Harden. Do you disagree?
One of his strengths also is the
To
pick and
say he's
pop.
not doing that is bullshit, but I get where y'all go off. He definitely doing it's happening. Nigga.
Oh, he's getting it off. I don't think
Yeah.
that that's the way to maximize that offense. I think the better
No,
offense.
he don't got to
But you
do
can,
that all the
but
time.
Omar,
That's what
you
I'm
know
saying.
you can run
It's
some
just
two
a
man sets with them
dynamic.
niggas. Like you
You
can run some
also
two
there's
man shit
also
with them
times
niggas.
where you
I
can.
don't think Pau Gasol. I don't think Pau Gasol is a bad post. I mean, bad pick and roll player. I think that Draymond Green, especially for the type of guards that we're
It gives
talking
you
about.
another. It
But I
gives you
feel
a.
like Omar, you're thinking that Harden's gonna play, and Harden doesn't have to play like Steph, but even like a heavy pick and roll like offense, like Draymond's not gonna be respected as a scorer in those scenarios, so it can limit like the plays that y'all can even run
that's not
and
true.
like and
He
things like
doesn't.
that.
My bad. I don't.
What? Yeah, yeah, yes, he's not gonna be a score. Even peak
That's what I'm
Draymond was
saying.
not
Even
getting
Paul
guarded. I
Gasol gets
hate
his
when y'all
own
niggas do
gravity
this
too.
shit. Sure,
But
Draymond knocked
mustard,
down.
I'm not trying
mustard.
to gas up his scoring. Listen to what I'm
He
saying.
had no gravity.
That's
Stop it.
fine. He
He
can
had no
have no
gravity.
gravity. It does not matter in order for him to be more effective than Powell. on this
What?
Rockets team
And
Yeah, he
then
because a,
does.
a
Oh
lot.
my god.
I can
What?
listen.
and then
Listen. I can break this shit
it
down.
give you
A lot
another
of our
dynamic
offense.
where
Wait, let the
James
nigga
Harden
break
can
the shit
come
Okay.
out the
down.
game.
And then, mind you, y'all are also in those scenarios where
You take
Draymond
James
was
Harden out
doing
the
that in
game with Draymond,
2016.
who's gonna
Curry was
score?
playing a whole different style than what Harden would be playing.
That's fine. I don't get. Hold on. Let's let's ignore anybody in Golden State aside from Draymond Green.
Mind you, we
It
talking
does
about
not.
center.
Steph Curry does not matter in this shit. We're talking about Draymond Green, his strengths, his weaknesses, his play style as a basketball player,
Like shit.
irregardless of Curry, because it has been effective, irregardless of Curry.
I think you
It
gotta
is
put the
it
yeah.
has been
Okay,
replicated with other
regardless.
players on the court aside from Curry.
Right,
So
regardless.
back to the point. The way that the Rockets were running offense in 2017, 18, 19 was not only pick and roll reliant, but specifically Harden passing reliant. We did not have a secondary playmaker in the short roll, in isolation,
Wait,
to
show me.
break down a defender, to
Wait, what year?
even make
What
a
years you say,
read
bro?
while driving, even if it's an open lane.
Cardiac. What years you say, bro?
17 through 19.
I don't even know. I'm falling
Show me,
asleep.
show me some Chris Paul love, my demon. All right, keep going.
They basically just took turns doing
All
Helios
right, so he
century.
had, so he had help, nigga. But keep going.
No, but it's not about help. It's about the scheme. I'm talking about like Harden's running a pick and roll, right?
Oh, touch it, touch it.
The
Okay,
the the,
fair
the,
enough,
the
fair enough.
people involved in the pick and roll is the Harden screen setter, two at least two niggas spread wide, opposite corner, Trevor Ariza
Oh,
and PJ Gerald and
Crazy pause.
somebody I don't fucking know, KJ McDaniels for all I fucking care. Um,
nigga, you could just say
having
PJ.
Draymond be the screen setter,
PJ.
even as a non-scoring threat, is infinitely better than Powell simply because of the second level reading that he's doing.
Even when they got Russ on that team and Russ they ran some of those guard to guard screens and Russ was the decision maker in the middle, it opened up a lot more optionality to the offense that they didn't have. Now, the Lakers were ultimately exposing because he's still Russell Westbrook, but at that point in time, if I'm not mistaken, Draymond had more scoring gravity than Russell Westbrook did. Plus the defensive side of the basketball, which I think is
I
also
don't know about that game.
add
Yeah, carry
and
on.
okay, we get
Yeah,
what's it
carry on.
called?
Yeah,
But oh,
Russ was dropping 30. I don't know.
Now he talking about scoring gravity, but I'm just like that rim pressure game. I can't like. We not
Yeah,
even.
and then exclusively off of rim pressure.
Yeah,
Like
man.
no
I
threes,
ain't
straight
going.
rim pressure, 30.
I ain't
And
going with
niggas
that.
was
But
treating him as such.
again, carry on because
Yeah,
your point is
continue.
bigger than that.
I keep getting 50 phone calls. Jesus Christ.
Oh shit.
Um, and I might have to close the app and then. But nonetheless, ultimately, like what Cardiac is saying is so true because he can still provide so much. Granted, I don't even really want to belabor the point. If your point in this conversation, and I could just see where we're going with this, I do want to continue, but it would just be so interesting if
But
your
wouldn't that
point.
still be my same point though? Because like, if you're saying James Harden would be a better fit, it's still relying on fitting around James Harden. You know what I'm saying? But as an individual
Yeah,
player, I would
neither
just
one
take
of these
Pau
niggas is
Gasol.
number ones, bro. So what the fuck is we
Yeah,
talking
we're not
about?
talking about two number ones. We've already concluded. I know you was late to the party, but we've already concluded that like Draymond isn't in these same categories as some of the real number ones. But the best version of Pau Gasol is a number two or a number three. It
Facts.
ain't as a number one.
On God.
You
How,
disagree?
No,
how much
I agree with you.
how
So we
much of
talking about
Grizzlies
who's the
Pal
better
have
number
you
two?
seen? Or
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to even because I only seen Draymond with a top 10 player his whole career. That's why
Oh my
that's been
God,
my
bro.
point.
This nigga gonna keep saying
As a
this
number
shit,
how
two,
much?
bro.
My
Hey,
question to that is how much of Grizzlies
who else been with a top 10 player their whole career
and let me ask
from
how
this?
much of Grizzlies Pal have you seen?
I've seen a little bit, and after Grizzlies pal,
Man. So for Pal's prime, you've also mostly still seen him with a top 10 player of all time, correct?
no, he played with other people though.
I'm
He was
saying
What the
the
from a
fuck
number
is this nigga
he
talking
was the
about?
number two on the Bulls.
man,
But we know that they're number twos. Yo,
That
listen to
that's what I'm saying. He played with Steph Curry his whole career, is what I'm saying. and then Steph Curry also fits him perfectly. So I've
Yeah.
never seen him outside of that role.
I promise
Is the
you,
whole point.
James
He
Harden
can
fits
still
him
be that
perfectly.
role with other people. That's the thing I'm not getting.
But there's nothing about what Draymond does that stops him from doing that with like the majority of good basketball players ever. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie to you.
If anything, if
Draymond, you
anything,
can put like if you go through like all of the great, just the great teams in NBA history, and you say, all right, I'm put Draymond at the four,
So if you went through the whole
and
top, if you went through all the greatest players list one by one, you think Draymond fits
Let's not
more
even
with most of them than Pau Gasol?
let's not even do the best players in history. Let's just do current players in the league now. Who fits better with Luca, Draymond or Pau Gasol?
Mm,
That's
Luca,
some.
Draymond.
Pau, they'd probably be the same for real.
that's so
But
redacted.
Okay,
That's just the
who?
most
Hold,
redacted
That's
thing I've
and
ever
you're
hold
heard.
on, hold
lying.
on, hold on, hold on. That's fine.
You're
Who
lying.
fits better with SGA? Draymond, Pau Gasol.
Draymond.
probably Draymond.
Cool. Who fits better with Donovan Mitchell?
Maybe Powell. Oh, for sure.
I'll take
Draymond
Pau
for sure.
Gasol. Yeah, I'll take Pau Gasol.
You will take
What the
Pau
hell?
Gasol with Donovan
Over
Mitchell.
Draymond with Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah,
Okay, that's fine.
You high.
That's fine. Lamelo Ball.
Draymond.
I might go Powell for that one. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'll go Draymond with
The
that one.
Look,
Donovan Mitchell thing was so redacted. Donovan Mitchell is great
hold
off
on, hold
ball.
on, hold
That
on.
was just super redacted.
Cade Cunningham,
Draymond.
I'm probably still on Powell for that one too.
mm, Tyrese Halliburton,
Draymond. Oh my God.
Draymond.
That would be wonderful.
Jason Tatum.
Draymond.
Powell.
Okay, okay. Uh, just a couple more, and then we'll move on. I just want to get a basis from where I'm at, for where we're at. Jalen Brunson.
Gasol.
Gasol. Okay. And the last one I'll ask.
What about LeBron, KD,
Nah, I'm not worried about them.
Steph?
I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about
Fuck
them.
them
I'm not
niggas.
worried about them.
Fuck them top 10 ass niggas.
Paolo Banchero.
Neither.
No, who fits better, Draymond or
Nigga,
Pau
no.
Gasol?
Nigga, either one. I don't like the fit.
Fair,
Um,
I
fair,
just don't. I
Paul
just don't.
Gasol.
fair.
I
I
just
just
don't
want.
think I.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say I just don't even think that I understand the basis because some of these things that like we're saying contradict, and not you, Damo, but some of the things he's saying contradicts some of the things that he just said. Especially when we talk about maximizing Draymond. So like, I just don't. I feel like a portion of this is we've lost the plot. And I think a perfect example is like, why do you think Pau Gasol fits better with Donovan Mitchell over Draymond?
I'd just rather pair him with a big that can score
But why though? Like, I just don't understand why.
You gotta add more to it.
Because
More.
for playoff time,
What?
for playoff basketball.
What?
You need someone. You need someone that can score high percentage buckets.
So wait, why wouldn't Pau Gasol be the answer to everybody that we named?
You said what?
Why wouldn't Pau Gasol, somebody who can score the basketball, be the answer in every single argument that was made?
Because everybody wasn't a small guard that you named.
I think we named smaller guards than Donovan Mitchell, and you said
Donovan Mitchell is the
uh
smallest
uh.
person you named, except for Jalen Brunson, and I went Paul Gasol with Jalen Brunson.
And that's the thing that I found. I don't say crazy, but interesting because Jalen Brunson is also the worst defender that was named, and so granted, Powell's no
But
slouch
I can get I
defensively.
can get other defenders, and Paul Gasol is not a terrible defender. He can at least protect the rim a little bit. He got
Yes,
size.
however, Jalen
well,
Brunson,
this is where we
you
get
know,
into
it's one of the most picked.
these niggas don't these niggas technically don't even play the same position.
That
That's something I've been
I,
meaning to say this whole time. Like this
yeah,
nigga
well,
Pop.
it,
because of the era.
let me
They play the
They
well
same
let me let
position.
me
technically
They
because
just
of
play
the.
different roles. What are we talking about?
I mean,
well,
it's
but
because of the era. That's why.
hold on, let me stick my foot in there. Then fine, I'll even see your concept of it being the small guard. I still think there's some a little bit of what hypocrisy, maybe the word to use in this conversation, because then we have to have the conversation about why he works so well with Steph Curry, a small guard.
I don't think Steph Curry provides the same. small guard impact. Like
What?
his efficiency don't drop like small guards do in the playoffs and shit. He still plus he still has a different gravity where his team is still getting
Nah,
easy
his
buckets.
efficiency still drops like normal small guards. It's
Not as
just
low as
that
theirs do.
nigga. I'm talking the the, the threshold that he's at prevents it from being so low that it's like
What you mean a
negative. But
threshold?
Steph drops all the time.
I mean to their
Like
levels though.
me dropping from 10 to 7 is different from normal niggas dropping from 8 to 3. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
that's what I'm saying. But I'm still going off that seven instead of that three. I mean, I still would take that seven instead of that three. And most players is dropping from that to that, regardless of
For sure,
size
absolutely.
in the
I'm
playoffs,
just
except
saying
for the bigs.
to say that Steph don't drop
I'm
is
not.
like,
I'm
come
saying
on,
to the
man. Like
same
he definitely
levels.
does that.
He's not dropping to the same levels because he's already at that high of a threshold.
And so you think like, let me look at some of, because I mean, you might be wrong about Donovan Mitchell. I just don't. I think you should look at Donovan Mitchell and then like reconsider the Donovan Mitchell pick. And then if I'm also not mistaken, the same might exist for Jalen Brunson. I mean, now for what it's worth, most of the players that you did say was still Draymond Green, if my count is correct. But I would want you to look at,
You
yeah, I
also
would want you to, and
you
maybe
also
you said
take you
efficiency,
also
so let me also
changed
factor
it
that
from
in.
the like the era. You know what I'm saying? That's the era dependent too. Like Draymond, power forwards in his era is different from power forwards in Gasol's era.
Who fits better with Tracy
Well,
McGrady, Draymond, Pau Gasol?
Paul Gasol.
well, hold on, Damo. Before, because I do want to. That's an interesting path to go down.
It is.
But I just want you to. I really want you to think, because I think that this was like so baseless to say Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson. And I'm just being a stickler here, because again, you said Draymond Green for most of these people. Uh, 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 Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson. Why?
I just told you because I prefer them with a to have another scorer who's a big man with them.
And then
If you
you
have
talk about,
Draymond as your second best player, your third best player is probably not that good of a scorer. He's probably not that level of a scorer.
and then but then your point was about their scoring drop off being X, Y, and Z. And I'm asking you now, what is this threshold? Because the scoring drop off from like playoff Donovan Mitchell, and regular season Donovan Mitchell, specifically from an efficiency standpoint, I need you to go back and look
Wait,
at it.
wait. Let
Same
me ask.
same thing with Jalen Brunson.
Let me ask this because of
Wait on
what he
it.
just said.
Let him do that. Can you like what are these? What's this drop off? Because maybe I can make it make sense.
I'm saying
How
because it
big
was
does
a general
how
point.
big does the drop off need to
It was
be?
a general point about small point guards. Why I
Yeah, but it's not
prefer
applicable to
I
those
mean not
two. It's
small
not
guard.
applicable to those two. It's not
They're
applicable to
still
those
not
two.
as
Like
but
you're
they're not as efficient as Curry in the playoffs. That's the whole point. Because
they're not as efficient.
you said why them
And
instead
what?
of Curry, basically. That was the question. Why them and not Curry? Because Curry is also a small guard, right? And I'm saying Curry is still more efficient than him in the playoffs.
Gosh, I think that there's a
And
lot of factors that factor in. I think that there's a lot that factor into
and
that. I don't
and Steph
know if
Curry
you're.
has a better.
I,
You said what?
I think that there are a lot of things that factor into that conversation. Partially, it being Draymond Green, but if we talk about Curry's efficiency versus their efficiency in the playoffs, Curry is also not tasked to do the same ISO heavy workload as those players in the playoffs. So the question would be more about like, could you see this play style being maximized in this situation? So like you understand that in the Utah Jazz versus Denver Nuggets series from a couple years ago, Donovan Mitchell went slap crazy, and I'll let you go after this
Yeah.
cardiac. Donovan Mitchell went crazy. Him and Jamal Murray went band for band, but Donovan Mitchell's efficiency dropped from his like regular season efficiency, right?
hmm
You could say that. Okay, so but why? Why do you think that's the case?
Because playoff, it was just a playoff series, more deep, like better scouting report. He don't have the GIs didn't have nobody really else to create.
And you would also believe that like him being forced to do like a bunch of isolation stuff, him being forced to be the primary ball handler, all those things go into play in why Donovan Mitchell's efficiency may have dropped, right?
Correct.
So then you would compare that to a situation with Steph. Now Steph is an outlier, don't get me wrong, but do you see situations where in the playoffs Steph is having to go like majority iso ball, pick and roll, ball handler, be the only one to score?
Yeah, kinda in the 2022 finals.
We're talking about I want you to look at playoffs as a whole, and I really want you to be genuine with me because I think that this story
N-
that I'm painting
No, but
is the story of
I do
Donovan
think
Mitchell
Steph is a
We can
oftentimes in the
go. We
I
can
do
go
playoffs.
think
16
Steph
and
floor is
16.
way higher than theirs. It's hard. Like
I'm not disagreeing with you, but you can acknowledge that the play style that both of them have had to play has been different. One being one that tends to lead to efficiency drop off, right?
yeah, I can acknowledge
Okay,
that.
so with that being said, I think it's like saying that that would
I'm not
be
saying it's just the efficiency drop off, but it's the reason Steph Curry doesn't apply is because his efficiency is so high. Is what I'm saying.
yeah, because he's also played on some of the best teams created in NBA history through a great portion of his career.
But I think even in their scenario, that same like, you know what I'm saying, without that, if you put him in that same situation, he'll still be more like efficient, and his gravity would still pull more and shit.
And ultimately, that's not what I'm saying either. Because I do think
But
Stephen Curry is a
that's the
better player
ultimate,
than.
like that's the whole thing. That's the whole
Well,
reason
no,
I would just choose Steph.
the ultimate, and that's fine. I think Stephen Curry is a better player than Donovan Mitchell as well. Ultimately, what I'm trying to get at is how you can see Stephen Curry being opened up in these conversations by playing with a Draymond Green, especially covering up his defense, his deficiencies on like the defensive side, but you can't see that being to the same level, or not same level, I'm sorry, similar levels when he's playing with a Donovan Mitchell who does play very well off the ball and a Jalen Brunson as well is very strange, especially because the only
I'm not
defense that you
saying
have for
Draymond was.
wait,
I,
let me finish
okay,
this
go ahead.
last point. Especially when your defense is, oh well, Pau Gasol can just score in the post, which should help the efficiency. I guess if they just take less shots, like if they take less shots just in general, it would help the efficiency, right? I don't think that's like a crazy thing to say. But on the other end of the ball, he would help way more than Pau Gasol. We don't have to belabor the point though. We really don't have to beat the dead horse. I do want to go on to the next name.
I found third option shit. Um, third best player point interesting, but on
Oh,
that.
go ahead.
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
it's just that he said he thinks that it would be harder to find a third best player that would be like competent defensively, that would do um that would replicate like what Powell's best at versus what Draymond's best at. And like if we're talking about throughout NBA history, even throughout like the two eras that they play in, there's absolutely like more front court scoring that you can find. In Powell's era, there's more post up scoring that you could find. There's more pick and roll options that you could find in both eras that, of course, not to Powell's level, but that are that still provide a level of production that can sustain or be used in the playoffs. Then find defensive versatility, playmaking, and court mapping to the level of Draymond, or even once again, not even to the level of Draymond, but even as versatile or as effective, even in small minutes. It's way easier, in my opinion, to find that from a third best player. Because mind you, we're not even necessarily talking about like a bench player. We're just talking about a player who has to be worse than Draymond in this situation. It's way easier to find than for Powell.
Damo, did you want to go down the 2000s players, the players of Pau Gasol's era, to see who would be a better pair?
That's up to y'all if y'all really wanted to do that because I do feel like that would get some interesting results. And I just like to get to a foundation of the ball knowledge of the niggas we having conversations with. I, we
You
can go
already
through
Go
listed
ahead.
who's your
Go ahead.
player anyway.
Go
Like,
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Niggas put
go ahead,
Otis
brother.
Thorpe on this bitch. Okay.
um
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just thinking
sick.
about the era. Okay, bet.
That's sick as fuck.
Brandon Roy.
Brandon Roy, what is he better than
No,
Draymond
who fits
or the?
better, Pau Gasol or Draymond?
Oh, oh, I'll take Paul Gasol.
Interesting. Okay, we already said Tracy McGrady. Fine. Um, Kobe,
I'll just take Paul Gasol because I've seen it
because you've seen it.
work.
Let's talk.
I've seen it work 2 times out of 3.
Okay. That,
What you
that
say? What you saying? It didn't work the third time?
I mean, it worked. No, you okay? You being specific. It worked. It's like h- them together the whole
it's
time
fine.
because
It's
they
fine.
had
I
a
promise you.
yeah.
We don't gotta do it again. It's fine. Paul
Okay.
Pierce,
Uh, it's a toss up, but I'll probably go Draymond.
Allen Iverson,
Oh, I'll go Gasol.
okay, okay. Chris Paul,
Gasol.
mm, okay, okay, okay. Dwayne Wade,
Draymond.
Michael Redd,
Draymond.
mm, okay, 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 okay.
I ask something real quick.
Vince Carter,
I'll go Draymond. That's also a toss up for me. Well, I'll go probably Draymond on that one.
Steve Nash,
Draymond.
Jason Kidd.
Gasol.
Okay. Last one I'll do, and y'all can throw names or do whatever. Darren Williams.
Gasol.
I just think we're pulling names out. I'm and not you pulling names out of a hat. I just think that the responses are just pulling names out of a hat at this point.
So that's why I wanted to ask. Explain Brandon Roy and D Wade, please. How does Brandon Roy fit better with Powell and D Wade fit better with Draymond?
D Wade. He got the on ball and off ball gravity. Um, I would like that. I would just like the combination of defense, and then B Roy and Gasol. I like B Roy with a post player.
Because you've seen it, I'm assuming, right?
You said because I seen it.
Yeah.
No, I just like his game with a post player.
What does that mean? What about his game do you like with the post player?
I like his 2 man action. He plays off another scorer well. He's just, I like how he moves off the ball, but he don't need a lot of screens and shit to do that. He also has like a good on ball gravity. He draws double teams, but like not hard doubles. So I need someone else that could create for themselves.
So he has off ball gravity too. Okay. I did. I think if I'm not
It's not
mistaken,
off ball gravity. It's scoring like they'll send a light double at Brewer.
yeah, and Draymond. uh, You saying you want him to be able to score for himself, but also the ability to make plays is probably important too.
And to be able to
Um,
attack 1-on-1 situations.
so again, you just like the ability to score for Pau Gasol is the thing that's pushing you in that conversation.
Yeah,
Okay. The Darren Williams Chris Paul difference was interesting. Could you elaborate on that one?
I like Darren Williams also with another big that can score. Chris
But
Paul,
yeah,
he is a better scorer than Darren Williams, I believe, and a better distributor. So I believe he works better with Draymond. And then also like pairing defensive players just to make the defense that much better.
mm, I would wonder why. 'Cause for what it's worth, I don't think Carlos Boozer was a scorer for real, but I'm just probably critical. The people who lack,
He was
I
alright.
would I would probably. You said what?
He was alright.
Yeah, the worst defender I would probably pair with Draymond. This is just me. I'd probably pair the worst defender with Draymond. Actually, would cover up deficiencies because I think it's not crazy to say that like Draymond is a better defender than Pau Gasol. Um, but you've decided that like even though he's a worse defender, pairing him with the worst defender is okay. Um, I especially find that B Roy one kind of is just extremely interesting. Um, but
I
okay,
also worry about like the rest of the roster construction too.
and that's kind of what I got from what you were saying in this specific scenario. If you had seen X player play with this type of person before, you tend to lean that way. I do. The difference between like a Paul Pierce and then like I guess a T Mac or a Kobe was also interesting. I don't understand that one, and that's what made me have a
Oh yeah,
lot
I
of
meant to get to
pause.
that.
Yeah,
I
what
just
gives
think
you the sound?
I think Paul Pierce just need a little bit more scoring help than T Mac and Kobe would need. That's all.
Well, you said Paul Pierce for Draymond, so that's why I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
And you said I was specifically you remember you saying Powell for T Mac.
Yeah, I did say Paul for T Mac.
Yeah, you said Power for T Mac, Power for Kobe,
And
Draymond.
you just said Paul Pierce would need more scoring help,
I said Draymond
which
for
would
Paul
mean that
Pierce.
you would put the
Yes, you did.
Oh, T Mac. I probably was thinking Chris Paul.
That I don't. Okay,
type shit.
yeah. Let's go
I
on
just
to the.
probably heard Paul, so I said Draymond because I said Draymond for Chris Paul too.
Okay.
I'd rather go on to the next few names on this list. One question away, Damo. Always one question away. Elton Brand.
That's nasty.
I'm taking Draymond.
Shout out Aaron Brand though. He was cool.
Wait, we still doing in who we drafting or just who's better?
I mean, I think the answer for both of them is still Draymond Elton versus Elton Brand. I don't.
Type shit, but yeah, we talking about who better though.
Okay, I'm still going Draymond though, but I thought he was gonna run through the list.
Antoine Jameson.
Wait, wouldn't you just draft the better nigga? Like why did you ask that?
Because I think
What you
Draymond.
mean? I'm going through the list.
No, he's asking me. I think.
No, I'm asking bro, why
I
would
think
you just
Draymond
draft the better
value
guy?
increases or decreases role dependently, like very
Okay.
hard stop.
Wouldn't you say that about damn near every player that we naming?
Yeah, but if it's on I think it on an individual level, it is different. Like you said, if we talking about who's
Okay.
the better number one, who is a better number two in two different roles.
Antoine Jameson was the next one. I got Draymond over him. Zach Randolph is probably the next interesting conversation slash debate, and he's the
You
one.
think that's a debate?
I'm
I
taking
don't. I don't think
Draymond.
it's. I don't think it's a debate because right, he's one of those guys that he can average 20 points. But what were the Knicks finishing back then when
He
he was
don't
on the
play no
Knicks?
defense. I'm taking Draymond.
Wait, you just say the Knicks, nigga?
Yeah, Zach was on the Knicks for a little bit.
What's up about the Knicks, nigga? We talking about the Grizzlies. If we talking about Zach,
Even the Grizzlies. What do you think? You think he was the number? I'm just asking. What you think he was the number one option, number two option on the Grizzlies?
he was definitely the
He was
number
the
one
third
option.
option.
And the way that I view option, because when you start saying
Or
option,
he was the third best player.
that's clearly that's That's clearly scoring.
He's the third best player.
Yeah, if you want to say he's the third best player, cool. Conley and Gasol was better than him, wonderful. But if we talking about options, they were focusing on him to score
We
niggas.
gotta narrow down. I mean, I know we're talking about like short periods of time just in general, but like even for like the number one option shit, I'd say it's not that long. It's really not that long. It's like if we're remembering like playoff series and like playoff offense and shit, it's like 1 year for Zach being this number one option, nigga. Like real talk.
That's why it's
That
hard for me to judge niggas
that
outside of their
interjection,
role. And Draymond has had an ideal role, but I don't want to take away from Draymond, so it make it hard for me to judge Draymond outside
It
of that
shouldn't.
role.
but it's not. But see, that's my problem with you keep on saying that because it's not that hard of a concept to say to yourself, all right,
Yeah, but you can
there were
imagine
guys,
two
there
niggas
were.
working and that shit be
Can I
trash
finish?
on the court.
Can I finish the sentence? Can I finish the sentence though? It's not that hard for you to say to yourself, okay, here we have Draymond, who offensively is like a third, fourth option type of guy in terms of scoring, right? And then we have, and then like he played at his peak. The he was the third option. Like best case scenario, he was third option, right? In like real life basketball. And then in real life basketball terms, for some of these other guys, they ended up actually having to be ones, even though in reality they should be third or fourth options. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like it's not that hard for you to put these niggas in the same role comparatively. You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't
I don't
understand
think,
why you
but
can't
that's
like make those type of
I
projections.
don't just look at niggas as like options either though. Like nigga, you play a role, so your whole role in the entire team is different.
And I respect that. My question to you would be, why do you think that someone like Draymond would have to play a different role, like if placed
I
on
don't think I'm not saying he have to play a different role, but I haven't seen him in a different context. Is what I'm saying.
I my
with different levels of play?
Yeah, with different
Okay.
different niggas, different like you can play the same role, but I haven't seen it without Steph Curry, like without Steph Curry, basically without
but
that
also
compliment.
but and that's what I was saying in the beginning of this. Like you saying it's hard to see Draymond in these roles. I actually think it's easy to see uh arguably the best screener, the best short roll passer, one of the best defenders in NBA history. Um, like work next with a lot of these players that we're naming. Truly anybody. Like I think if you can't produce high level offense and defense with Draymond, then that's a fault on like who we're actually actively talking about in that specific moment, as opposed to like a fault of Draymond.
It could
Um,
also be a fault of scheme, because that's what I was talking about. Like, I forgot if it was even a space or in the Discord of like me questioning Draymond in other contexts or in other years or in other eras. Is that like this 6'6" nigga just would not be allowed to do what he's doing?
and I think that that's fair as well. And if you have a coach who's like, oh well, he's a forward, we're gonna post him up or whatever the case may
Yeah,
be, that's fair as well. But I'm just talking about from my mind when I think about Draymond with these other people.
I feel like
I
when
just
you
think
when you imagine, my bad, I keep cutting you off. Go ahead.
I just think it's a no brainer to say
Wait, Draymond wouldn't be able to set screens and
It's just hard for
make
me to
decisions.
take people out of context.
no. He's saying that he
I
wouldn't.
don't think it's fair to evaluate people out of context. Is basically
Nah,
like
Yes, it is.
he's saying that a coach probably wouldn't say like, "Yo, this is our power forward," because he's a 6'6" nigga back in the '80s or whatever. And I disagree with that concept that Art just said. If it's hard for you to like take niggas out of context and place people here, if we're just evaluating skill sets, you would have a very hard time being like a quote unquote GM. And not saying any of us are GMs, but that's the portion. That's the point of like basketball discourse is to play a little bit of GMing and evaluate skill sets and talents and stuff like that. So again, if we're talking about like one of the best defenders in NBA history. Definitely one of the most versatile defenders in NBA history. The best, the arguably the best screener, the best short roll passer, somebody who is very versatile, and you can't see them next to a Donovan Mitchell. You can't see them next to a Trey Young. You can't see them next to hell, even like a Jan. You can't see them next to these people.
No, I can
The
see it. I can
nigga,
if
the
I'm playing
nigga.
GM, I can do that. If I'm saying who is better based off what we've seen, then it's hard to just pick one outside of their context. Is what I'm saying because I don't got nothing else to go off of. But Draymond, what
You
Draymond did with
find it
Steph,
very easy, but you find it very easy when we talk about other players. That's also why.
like what you mean when I because we playing GM at that moment. Like I said, I can do it when we playing GM, but to say just who's better, that's what you go off of is what you've seen, and what you've seen is Draymond with Steph his whole career. So I don't got nothing else to go off besides Draymond with Steph is what I'm saying to
So
pick.
we seen Draymond in a situation that makes the most sense for him, right? In a
Yeah,
sense
he
of,
got the most
again, like I
ideal
said,
situation out of anybody in this list, I
third
believe.
option, third option with, I don't know if I would agree with that, but okay. Third option playing with niggas who can space the floor, right? Well, one the greatest floor spacer ever, and then like one of the best catch and shoot guys ever as well. Cool.
Yeah,
And then like nobody else could shoot type shit. At least the first 2 years. Um,
Respect
I
Barbosa,
mean,
buddy.
give me. I'm about to say, give me some Barbosa, give me some most spades.
I
Like,
get what you're saying.
I hear
We
you.
get what you're
The
saying.
occasion,
They
occasional
centers
Iggy,
is
but
trash.
we get the
They
point.
can well they wasn't trash, but
It's
they
tight
couldn't
shit.
shoot. Bogut and Pachulia can't shoot. I get what you're saying.
Respect Bogan. Hello?
Bo,
That nigga
Bo
can't
couldn't
shoot.
shoot. Nigga, what the fuck?
Nigga won't fucking
He was
That
straight. He
nigga
was straight
can't
though. He
shoot.
wasn't trash though.
That's why I said he
That
wasn't
nigga.
trash. I think Bogut good. I ain't mean to say it. I meant shooting
Yeah, he was
wise.
straight. Right. Um, I say that to say again when we're talking about a lot of these, what makes up the majority of these lists, is guys who best case scenario for them to have won in the way that Draymond has won over the course of his
I'm
career
not talking
would be
about just
for
winning
them to
though.
be playing. Let me just finish what I'm saying, gang. Because at the end of the day,
Say finish. How do I
that's
say
what the
it?
game that's what the game is about, bro. That's when we're evaluating who's good and who's not. It's in the context of trying to win basketball games. So when you're looking at the majority of the players on these lists or on this list, their best case scenario would be third option. You feel what I'm saying? Like Draymond. But because of their situations, they had to be ones and twos.
And I'm
But
saying
you can take
what we
them
judge
outside. But
you
I would hope at least that you can take them out of those situations hypothetically, evaluate what they can do as players with a smaller role, and then compare it to what Draymond was doing.
yeah, I said I
And
can play GM and imagine him
ultimately,
with niggas, but I feel like if we looking at who's better, we going off what we seen, right? So if we seen Draymond his whole career only in an ideal situation,
what we saw
and these
and
niggas
projection
not,
as well.
you said what?
That's what we're trying to explain. I said we're going off of what we saw and also projection. That's what niggas is trying to explain to you. Like it's not just what you saw. You gotta make evaluations about what guys are capable of in the best case scenario. And all I'm saying is first you have to acknowledge that a lot of these guys that we're talking about weren't in their best case scenario. So you got to take them out of their best case scenario and put them in it.
Wait,
Like
I ain't
nigga,
gonna lie. Also, bro,
Antoine
hold
Jameson
on.
didn't
But
play in the best
how would
case
I?
scenario for him to be a fucking
Wait, also,
winner.
wait. Why are we also ignoring the fact that Draymond was literally the second best offensive player on the Warriors
Ain't
before
nobody
KD
ignoring
came?
that.
Because they
Nobody's
don't. Well,
ignoring that. What are
I
you
know, but
talking
I'm
about?
saying,
let me answer his question because it didn't lead to points per game. Now, I'm not saying that.
Wait,
Yeah,
oh, you're right.
yeah. I'm
hold
not
on,
saying we believe that. It's
boy,
just people in this conversation do.
boy. Why did you bring it up?
Because bro keep calling him a third option when he was the second most important offensive player.
I'm the one calling him a third option, And nigga, you know what
Oh,
option? And you know what
I
option
said I don't
means.
go off
I'm
options. I
confused.
don't even know.
well,
Schematically, nigga, you know what an option means, nigga.
Okay, I'm at my final destination. Y'all nasty for this Draymond Green discourse. Yeah, I'm going inside the E, gang.